All right, we're here with Parkside men's basketball coach Luke Reigel on the dawn of another season. Starts tomorrow and Saturday, a couple games. And I guess, Luke, maybe the most obvious thing is you're starting the season in November. It's, I'm sure there's some restrictions, but it's a normal season. After everything that you've been through, what's it mean for you and the players to kind of get back to business as usual here?
Well, it's interesting because, one of our fifth-year seniors, Ramar Evans, brought this up, and he said, I don't know if the preseason's ever gone faster. And I would agree with him. It felt great to be back in a normal routine, doing our preseason conditioning and weights and everything. But it did go fast because we hadn't done it for a couple of years. So we had a very productive fall that led into, our first 3 weeks of practice here. And just to be back doing what we love to do and in a normal circumstances for the most part feels great. So we're very happy with where we're at after the first 2 months of being on campus. Physically, mentally, I think we're in a great spot to get the season started.
Without breaking down every player on the roster, just what do you kind of see from your team this year? Do you see a nice mix of youth and experience? Obviously, like you said, you have some very experienced players coming back with the extra year of eligibility. What do you see going into the year?
It's interesting because when we look at the roster, we like our depth, and it's being tested already with some injuries that we've sustained. But, the thing that's interesting is we have veteran players, but they don't necessarily have a lot of experience. Okay. A guy like Ramar Evans has a ton of experience. Yeah. But Trey Croft, who's in his third year with us, doesn't. Yeah. And then we have a huge group of second-year guys who are technically freshmen because of the extra year of eligibility they get, who some got some great experience, guys like, Colin O'Rourke. But then you have other guys that didn't get to play a lot, like a Nick Brown. So it's interesting. We have a roster with quite a few players that are returners. Yeah. But it doesn't mean they have a lot of experience, and they definitely don't have a lot of experience together.
Sure.
And so that's the biggest thing. We had 3 very good scrimmages in the preseason here that allowed us to develop a rotation and some chemistry, and hopefully that helps us early in the season.
Sure. And last thing I'll ask you here, Luke, what can fans expect when they come to the D. Simone this year? There's been a whole facelift of the Sports and Activity Center, and I know they're still doing work, but what can fans see? What can they look forward to with the facelift there?
This sounds cliche, but I don't believe they'll believe their eyes. For people that have been here for a long time and have come to games, they're going to have a whole different experience. Sure. With it a much more of an arena feel than an old school, high school gym. The different amenities. The different things that are going to be going on during our games, it's going to be phenomenal. And our volleyball team has enjoyed the playing in the gym so far. But I know we're excited about getting all the bells and whistles completed here before we play our first home game next week.
Sure, sounds good. Well, we look forward to another season. Can't wait. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it.
Yep.